Hey everyone, it's Ed again, and today is day 3, and I just wanted to speak to you a little bit more about why my sister and I created the documentary, The Women of the Apocalypse, Her Warning. So, as I was talking about yesterday, the whole story that I gave was about me being more courageous and things like that. So, I think this story ties in perfectly. I just want to go back to when I was 14 years old, and this was during my confirmation. And so for sorry, I was just reading the messages there. So for my confirmation, I was 14 years old, and for those of you that don't know what confirmation is, it's in the Catholic faith. When you're 14 years old, you're considered an adult, and then it's if you want to take the further step into joining the church. So when you join the church and you have your confirmation, a bishop comes. And for those of you who don't know what a bishop is like the manager of Catholicism for your specific area. They're in charge of everything that goes on in their specific area, which is called a diocese. So the bishop comes, lays his hands on you on your forehead with holy oil, and you get anointed with holy oil, and you receive the gifts of the Holy Spirit, and also you start to have a closer relationship with God. Hey, oh, hello, Theologica. Welcome to my live stream. And so during this time with my confirmation, I did not take it seriously at all. So during confirmation, you have to take on a saint's name who you look up to, who you can pray to help you throughout your confirmation and be closer to God in your Catholic faith. So we had to choose a name, and like I said, I wasn't taking it seriously, and I chose the name Lorenzo, Saint Lorenzo. The reason I chose Saint Lorenzo is just because I thought it was a cool name, Edward Lorenzo. And so I wrote it down. We had big name tags during our confirmation. And then I'm walking down the aisle in the middle of the pews, going towards this bishop, Lorenzo, right on my name tag. And then the bishop sees me. I expect him to just lay hands on my forehead, anoint me with the oil, get it over with. But he sees me, and he just looks at the name tag, and then he was just like, he was like, Saint Lorenzo. I was like, yeah. And he was like, do you know who that is? I'm just like, no. And he was just like, okay. He was like, see me after confirmation. At this point, I can't really say what was going on in my head because it's just something that I can't repeat. I thought I was in so much trouble. I thought he was gonna stop the confirmation mass right then and there. I didn't know what he was gonna do. He still continued to lay his hands on my forehead. I got confirmed, and that was it. So this is now after mass. I don't know what's gonna happen. I see him all the way across the room, and he's no longer talking to anybody. So I approach him as quietly and as shy as I could, and I was like, "You wanted to see me after mass?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Do you know who Saint Lorenzo is?" And then I'm just like, "No." He was like, "Why'd you choose Lorenzo then?" I was just like, "Because I thought it was Saint Lawrence, but with a little bit of a flair to it, and I thought it was really cool." And then he was just like, "Aha." He was like, "What nationality are you?" I was like, "Well, I'm Filipino." He was just like, Saint Lorenzo is the patron saint of the Philippines. Mind blown. Like, I was just so shocked. I was just like, wow. I did not think it was a coincidence at all. I knew that I chose my name being led by the Holy Spirit. So, being me, what do? I get so excited for like 10 seconds, like, oh my gosh, St. Lorenzo, how crazy is that? I'm Filipino. Immediately after those 10 seconds, I don't get excited for God anymore and just kind of go on and do my own thing. That's basically what I've been doing my whole life. God does these amazing things for me. I get excited for about 10 seconds and then I stop. Now, this brings me to our documentary that my sister and I have created. What's the difference? So, with this documentary, my sister and I came up with this plan. We're going to put blinders on, finish this documentary, and just trust in God. Now, the great thing about this is that since we did that, I have totally felt like this was the right thing to do. And I just pray, and I ask you guys to pray for me as well, that I don't do what I normally do and just get so excited about this documentary. Then 10 seconds later, I immediately stop, do 180, and just go back to living my life. I need to continue being on fire for God, and I need to keep doing the right thing for God, and I need to just stay focused and continue on that path. And I'm asking all of you guys out there, just by a show of hands, how many of you guys, how hard is it for you guys to just completely put your faith and trust in God? For me, that is just so hard. Just following Him and just allowing Him to do what He does. I'm a control freak. I need to be in control. But like I said, for the first time, this feels like it is the right thing to do. And so just by doing the right thing, with this documentary, it's complete. And it's amazing to see the fruits of what one person following God can do. And well, not just one person, my sister obviously was there, and she's right here. Without her, this documentary would have never been made. But like I said, I'm just amazed by being able to actually follow God, be excited for Him the whole time, what I was able to accomplish. So definitely please keep praying for me that I continue to be on fire for God, that I don't go back to my ways and completely turn back around and just do my own thing. Please pray for me. Definitely know that you guys are in my prayers. Check out our DVD coming soon, The Women of the Apocalypse, Her Warning. Thank you guys. God bless.